Hello, this is Murphy from Mountainsong Expeditions, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to sharpen an axe. Now there's many different types of axes you may have. This is a Gränsfors Brooks American felling axe, high quality axe made in Sweden. This is about a $200 axe. Most people, unless they're really into this, are not going to invest in a tool of this quality. You can of course get a normal hardware store axe. They vary in quality. None of them are that great these days. The quality of axe making has certainly gone down in the world since the days when more people used axes. Or you can do what I did and take an antique American axe head that I found in somebody's barn with a broken handle. Most barns have a broken axe in them somewhere, in New England anyway. And take out the broken handle, replace it with a new handle, sharpen it up, and you have a really high quality axe. So I'm not going to teach you how to replace the handle in this video, but I will teach you how to sharpen the axe. And if you would like a video on handle replacement, let me know. Leave a comment. So I learned to sharpen axes in the California Conservation Corps Backcountry Trails program, where we used axes a lot. So I'm going to show you a field method of sharpening an axe. So this is not the method you'd use in a workshop with a tool bench and a vise and all of those nice tools. But this is the way you do it in the field. Very simple. All you need is an axe, your gloves, and this file. This is a bastard file. It's a flat file. It is not rounded on any of the sides. And these come in fine, medium, and bastard. So that is our unpolitically correct term for a coarse file. That's all you need. So whenever you're sharpening your axe, you should wear gloves because you are dealing with a sharp blade, and there's lots of little metal filings that get everywhere that you don't necessarily want to ingest next time you're eating something with your hands. So in order to brace the axe, I'm going to put one leg over the handle, use my thigh, some downward pressure to brace it, and put the head of the axe on my knee. Since I don't have a tool bench with a vise to keep it steady and everything, that's going to work for me. Then I'm going to hold the handle of the file with my right hand, and I'm going to put pressure on it with my left hand. This could be opposite if you're left-handed. I'm right-handed. So I'm going to move the file all the way across the entire half moon of the blade of the axe. I am not just going to sharpen the top, or just the bottom, or just the middle. I'm going to sharpen the entire blade with every single stroke. So the angle I'm going to use, I'm basically just going to follow the grind of the axe, whatever it already is, unless I'm trying to really change if this axe has gotten super blunt over many, many years, or really probably over being mis-sharpened. But this grind is alright, so I'm going to just follow the grind of the axe, use the shallowest angle I can use while still having the file contact the edge of the blade with all parts of my file stroke. So it's going to look a little something like this. Now I am going to count how many strokes of the file I'm using, because I'm going to want to use the exact same number of strokes of the file on the other side of the blade. So if this is just a really quick, I barely used it, I've just split a few little wood for 20 minutes kind of thing, I'm just going to do like 10 strokes. If the axe has gotten, pretty dolo for a whole day's use, I might use 20 or 30 strokes. And if the axe has any kind of nicks or scratches in it, I'm going to file it until those come out. That could be hundreds of strokes. But I'll probably do them in batches of 20 on each side, so I can count and keep track that I'm doing the even number on each side. So when it's time to switch sides, I will reverse my position. I usually keep my file the same position, just because I'm right-handed and I can control it best that way. And over here, I'm going to do the exact same thing. With each stroke, I can see little metal filings coming off, falling down onto my pant leg. And that's happening along the entire course of the blade. So that's how I know that I am hitting every spot. You can also really feel it. And you can also hear it. You can hear that it's running across every part. So you will find that the color of the metal changes, and where you have filed it, it's going to get really, really shiny. Like I said, if your axe is very, very blunt, you can have an even shallower angle where your file doesn't actually touch the edge of the blade and only touches that sort of ridge just behind the edge of the blade that you're going to want to take down to make the whole blade a finer grind and sharper. If you look at the really expensive sweep shacks, it's got a very fine edge of the blade like that. So once I have used my file, if you look on the edge of the blade, you will see little filings of metal kind of standing up on the edge of the blade that were like mostly detached but are still hanging on by a thread. And that's why we finish off by doing what we call stropping, which is where you stroke the axe blade along a piece of leather, usually your glove or whatever other leather you have around, until that feels really smooth. And that just gets all those little pieces aligned at the end of the blade. Alright, so this axe is now sharp, and all that's left is to keep it sharp by putting some kind of cover on it. So this is a cover that I made with cardboard and packing tape. Duct tape would probably be more durable, but packing tape was what I had on hand at the time. And there's nothing more permanent than a temporary solution, so this is what I still have on my axe. And just slip it over the blade like that. It'll stay on there. Now I can carry it by my side, I can strap it to a backpack, I can strap it to a pack mule, throw it in my car with a bunch of other tools, let it jumble around, and it's still going to stay sharp. It's also safer for you if you're walking through the forest and you stumble, if that nice sharp blade of your axe is covered by something. If you buy a nicer axe, it will come with a nice leather cover, but you're probably going to lose this leather cover because you're going to be out in the woods using this axe and it's just going to fall out of your pocket and get lost. So you can always make a duct tape one when this one gets lost, and they work just as well. So that's how you sharpen an axe. Good luck. I do teach axe skills classes at Mountainsong Expeditions, and you can go to our website, mountainsongexpeditions.com, to learn more about the classes that are on offer in the next few months. Thanks so much for listening, and happy chopping.